What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Respect the Game podcast. My name is Edward, named after a trilogy, that being my pops. Shout out to my mother and my grandmother for helping raise me too. Please start what you're doing. Make sure you go follow at Emax Stats for all your up-to-date high school, pro, and collegiate sports coverage. We will not disappoint. We'll keep you up to date on all that is going on in the beautiful sports world. Yes, we are at full strength. Everybody's in the building, and that makes the episode that much greater.
Speaking of greater, big brother Iron Man tapping in, sign hard surgical pics, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you get your dope content, man. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yo, it is the one and only Black Piece, the rap plug, the hip hop plug. Be sure to go check out Talkin Smoke on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Let's get it.
Speaking of podcasts, no, I'm messing around. Good afternoon, good evening, beautiful people. It is I, the one and only Sedacious Miles. You can go follow me at I am Sedacious, Twitter, Instagram, and if you're not like Shine Hard on TikTok as well. Let's go.
And we lit. All right, man. So getting to it. Recently on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast with Gilly the Kid, Wallow, they had Jay Prince on there basically talking about the aftermath of the death of Takeoff. So we talked about this just a few seconds ago in pre-production of the podcast. But for the listeners who may have not heard Jay Prince's remarks, his remarks warranted the remarks from Offset, kind of back and forth on Twitter. But before we get into the conversation about it, play the audio for our listeners and our viewers.
Said, dude, I ain't gonna leave him out. I'm just real like this, because, niggas be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like them kind of individuals, and the truth of the matter is, one can dance and different things in front of different cameras and all that. And when reality, the truth of the matter is, nigga, you wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive. You know what I mean? So for you to be taking these positions that you taking, you know what I mean? And I got people everywhere, so I hear all kinds of things. I'm going to just say this to you. Don't never put me in no position where, I have to defend myself. It's Offset, dude. Hey, first off, y'all niggas, my real brother. I don't know what y'all niggas got, what the fuck nigga got going on. Y'all niggas speak on my real brother. I dare one of y'all niggas speak on me and Tate relationship, nigga. I don't know you, nigga. A can of paint, nigga. Y'all nigga don't know how me and my brother rock, nigga. You trying to clear your face, nigga. This your fifth interview, nigga. You done did about my brother, nigga. You ain't think about his mama. You ain't think about the family, nigga. We ain't said nothing. Ain't nobody said nothing but you niggas. You niggas, man, who y'all niggas think y'all nigga is? Giant Daddy, nigga. Ain't nobody going for none of that. I ain't studying none of that. Somebody either. And if you heard something from me, I'm gonna tell you it's gonna come from me. Call my phone. Y'all nigga going off. He said, she say, yeah, y'all nigga supposed to be this is who y'all supposed to be. And y'all nigga on interviews and it out on an interview. Talking about, I said, yeah, nigga, call my phone, homie. You call my phone, we have a conversation. You know what I'm talking about? All that plant internet games, I don't do. Hey, first off.
So yeah, that was Jay Prince first making remarks again, like I said, about the aftermath of Takeoff's death, and that was the response from Offset. Fellas, I could say what y'all think, but just from hearing both sides and all the other behind the scenes stuff that's been going on, what angle are y'all viewing this situation from, or what new information y'all may have that others may not know about that y'all would have to add to this situation currently?
I'm gonna keep mine sweet and short. Me personally, like for a matter so serious, it does seem like somebody who's never really in the spotlight or the camera's eye view he's being really vocal and out front, pushing his narrative and agenda forward about uh, an unfortunate situation. So it just seems, you know, it kind of seemed odd to me. It's just uncharacteristic, and it's like, um, young boy spoke on something with the same individual and was basically saying, why you so internet? You could really get up with me in real life, and we could have a conversation to, kind of mitigate the he say she say. So kind of the same ordeal I'm seeing with, you know, Offset in this situation. So it's like, hey, man, this shit is weird. It's uncharacteristic of Jay Prince, but it's a little too internet for me.
Felt like I feel like this was kind of respectfully a bad move on Jay Prince's behalf. 'Cause at the end of the day, man, we know his rank, we know his strength and his pool. We don't need to get into details of that. And I feel like for him to, publicly to a certain extent, say certain certain things that could happen or certain harms that could possibly happen, to Offset, it was just like I feel like he didn't need to do that. I feel like it was too much, like you said, it's too internet, too much of a flex, too much of a power move in a tragic situation. And this is like a regular quote unquote rap beef. It would seem appropriate. You talking, he's talking his crap, whatever. I get it, but someone lost their life, especially when it was like a unfortunate accident situation. Nobody was actually needing to get to that point. So I just feel like he flexed at the wrong time, and that's where I don't agree with, respectfully.
Well, I feel like it's the gangstest I've seen all week, and I love it to my core. All of the art of respect inside of me loved it, and I appreciated it, and I appreciate that Jay Prince is gonna be Jay Prince behind closed doors, behind cameras, in front of cameras, whatever. And in all actuality, bro, I love the way Isaac said it, because Isaac said that this was such a major event. Like, this is a big event, right? When is another time do you feel like you need to step out in front of cameras and do damage control other than an event like this, something that happens like this, where it seems like your camp is responsible for it? If there's ever been a time where you didn't get out in front of the camera, this is now the time where you feel like you need to set your narrative that, like, hey, we support Black artists. We're not down with the killings of each other. Me as Jay Prince, me as the head of Rap A Lot, this is what I need people to know and understand. While you're doing so, you hear murmurs and through the grapevines that this member of the group got some shit to say, got an issue, has taken a position. It didn't just happen out of nowhere, bro. Jay Prince don't rock like that. So if he heard from the grapevines, because he does have people everywhere, we know this, he hears through the grapevines, bro, and he press you on it, and he get on camera and be like, yo, Offset, I've heard on more than one or two or three occasions, I ain't gonna say who and how, just know I heard that you throwing rocks and you hiding your hand trying to act like you ain't the nigga throwing the rocks. But in fact that you may be the one throwing the rocks, let me just remind you of who I am, bro. This is deeper than rap for me, for real. And also, I want to add, you wasn't even with Takeoff when our situation happened, bro. So stay over there and mourn and don't take a position. Once you take a position, bro, you got to think about what battles you really want to choose.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If my brother don't ride with me like that after I die, bro, I mean, I can't do nothing but respect Offset because it's like, what you want him to do? Just shut up and be chill? Like, who else gonna really step for him like that? Who won't be looked at as, okay, I'm clout chasing? Like, you're that person, because if anybody else in the family want to go ahead and speak up and say something vocal and be upcoming, up forthright about it, or be, real vocal on social media, it'll be looking like you looking for your 10 seconds of fame, which to a certain extent would be true because if you look at the family, everybody has been solid, include Offset. Like people been grieving, people really going through a real life situation. But like you said, Jay Prince felt like whole shit was going on behind his back, and he wanted to bring it to the light. At the same time, it's a certain way you could do that. But who am I to say what's the right and the wrong way to do it? But
it all just
is what it
then
is.
we hear about these niggas
happens.
fighting in the Grammys. Why y'all fight? Why y'all supposedly was fighting at the Grammys, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, don't. It's for me. And when I'm looking at the Offset side,
can we confirm or deny that was an actual situation?
That was
whatever the case may be. It made it to TMZ.
Yeah, Lisa Tussle work because they have audio.
Whatever happened, it made it to TMZ. So on the Offset side, like I would draw the line right down the middle. On this side, Jay Prince has been doing what he always does and what always will do. And on this side, you wasn't with Takeoff. You have a position. You and Quavo still somewhat not cool. So what's what I'm saying? I can only make up of what I have, the pieces that I have. I can't just Offset is just standing up for what's right and he's upset and Jay Prince shouldn't be speaking on the dead. Like, okay, now who are you? Is my question.
And also the thing is too, like I feel like it's wrong. Like you're already speaking on a tragedy. Now you're adding a threat into a tragedy situation being addressed. It just doesn't rub off right, y'all. Like somebody got killed from a misunderstanding, and now another misunderstanding is put into the air.
No.
It's like you're restarting another cycle of BS at this point.
If I say I'm sorry,
but you're giving an avenue for it to happen. I'm so sorry about
Dardell. I'm so sorry about Dardell. Dardell, I'm so sorry. So sorry about Dardell. So sorry about Dardell. And Ozzy be like, bro, stop talking about Dardell, bro. That's my real brother. Stop talking about Dardell, bro. Like, oh, well, Ozzy, you must don't know who I am then. I don't give a damn about what you feeling, my nigga. Talk about who I want to talk about, do what I want to do.
I mean, that's very much so out of context because I'll let you go, but like, that's a bad example just due to the reason that he's not saying he's so sorry about Takeoff's death. What he's saying is,
we ain't had nothing to do.
We ain't had nothing to do with it. Stop bringing it up. Stop talking about it. And if I hear you keep talking about it, bro, it's going to be bad for your health. So basically what you're saying is, quit talking about me like I killed your dead brother, but you end up being dead too, basically. I mean, everybody read between the lines. Like, I ain't trying to sugarcoat it. Like, that's basically what was said. But, I'll leave that where it is.
We really like that, but we wasn't like that. But we really like that.
It just creates a confused message at that point.
It's the gangster that is seen all week. Oh, excuse my language, podcast. I'm sorry.
It's respectable.
Poochie must be watching the game.
Gotta be. You just see his facial expression. And some of them will match what we're talking about.
We're gonna cut that part out.
I didn't know whether or not Kareem was gonna be in the building, and seeing Kareem, I think LeBron gonna go ahead and handle that tonight. Personally, I think he's gonna get it out the way.
All right.
Right. His last 2 points gonna look right at Kareem.
It's gonna be the Skyhook.
I had that in my notes too. But what shot is he gonna go for the one? Is it gonna be a dunk? Is it gonna be a Skyhook?
Yeah, no. Me and Ozzy was talking about that when we got on, and when I was saying it's gonna look so like natural, I didn't mean it as to say like. I meant it as to say like it's gonna look like the right basketball play. It's not gonna look like he's forcing a skyhook. It's just gonna look like the best option to get this shot off. And so I think that's possibly how that's gonna happen, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, I really want to get into it now, but I also want to watch the game unfold as well. So we'll stick with it in the rap. So yeah, Offset Jay Prince situation. Hopefully it doesn't escalate any further.
Hopefully, preferably.
Yeah, man. So all right. Y'all don't have to add y'all's because in the rundown I put my top five, and this is something I was like going through mentally over the weekend. And so originally,
I ain't
my
even got no top five no more.
bro, it's and like that's 1,000% understandable, right? But just for the sake of great conversation. So originally this was my top five: Cole, Kendrick, Drake, Ross, Jeezy. No particular order. Cole's my favorite rapper of all time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you talking about favorite? We're not talking about objectively what we believe to be the best.
No,
right. Your
Exactly.
top five list.
your personal five. Your personal five.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. But even in your personal top five, you have to like wrestle with like if you're gonna let somebody in or take somebody out, right?
Yes, that
And
was tough.
and so
And placement.
and placement, right? So that's what I was going through this weekend. So like I said, original top five: Cole, Kendrick, Drake, Ross, Jeezy. Like throughout my life, like that is in the rotation, that is in the playlist. You know what I'm saying? And
That's the reason I went with.
and I wasn't even like down this I didn't even go down like a little Wayne wormhole. Like I wasn't even listening to like the past, the droughts or anything like that. And but I was just I think it was like the Global Effect Award that he had received at the Grammys. I believe that was the name of the award. And like I was just like, bro, Wayne is just like undescribably like you can't tell the story of hip hop without Wayne. Like there is a ton of Waynes running around now, whether they good, whether they great, whether they get on the big stage, whether they don't. And I was just like, bro, like I remember being in class, taking tests, listening to Lil Wayne, or if I wasn't listening to Lil Wayne, somebody next to me, like back when like having your headphones and earbuds or whatever was a thing, like somebody blasting Lil Wayne in class next to me. I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I remember, having to, out venturing around in life, and like Lil Wayne is the playlist, you know what I'm saying? Growing up as a youngster, bro, as a teenager, and then so I was just like, bro, Wayne got to come into my top five. Like somebody has to go. Like I can't like Wayne has to be in there just out of respect for like rap, right?
Wayne is one actually. So yeah, that's easy for
Right.
me.
And and again, Cole, Kendrick, Drake, Ross, Jeezy. Wayne has to come in there. And so I was just like, all right, if Wayne's going to come in, who is going to leave? Who do you have to kick out, right? For me, a lock that I can't move, just personal preference, is Cole, right? So that only leaves Kendrick, Drake, Ross, and Jeezy. Um, so and then I continue, and then right, if you're talking about all time, I got Jay-Z in the building, bro. And the stars are out in LA. So
He could be in the top five.
So I start to think even more, right? Sometimes people top five can be placed in a box of just like, okay, well, like people don't really acknowledge the current, like the future or the present to like be able to enter a top five. And which isn't fair, right? That's like saying like, oh well, like LeBron can't be in somebody's top five because like he came into the league so later after the Birds, the Jordans, so on and so forth, the Magics, right? Right. And somebody else I feel like is like really like knocking on the front door of my top five, or maybe even like there, is Sauce Walker, bro. And it's not even a bias, of like the home, the hometown team, bro. But I'm just like if you listen to Sauce, and like for me, I'm like all about like content and like what you saying as opposed to like you just like making me feel some type of way, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, bro, like I feel like Sauce is worthy to be in my top five, right? And so if I originally had Cole, Kendrick, Drake, Ross, Jeezy, and Cole is a lock for me, and then I say, all right, Wayne and Sauce come into my top 5 for y'all, who would y'all replace?
Jeezy.
You would
And Ross.
so y'all
For
would
Wayne?
replace. No, so all right. All right, try to not to make it too.
It's your favorite, so you ain't really have to do too much or nothing if you don't want to.
No, I know for me, but I'm saying if y'all had to critique this or like place if y'all only had these 7 artists and y'all had to rank them, I guess top 5, right? How would y'all go about it? You got Cole, Kendrick, Drake, Ross, Jeezy, Lil Wayne, and Sauce Walker. If you could only use those 7 artists, how would y'all rank them for y'all? Or who would be the 2 you leave off your top 5?
So I'm going Wayne, Drake, Kendrick, Cole. Just for what he mean in the position, in the pocket, in the era in which he came in the game, you probably got to say Jeezy. Or Jeezy is interchangeable with Gucci Mane to me. And then I got Ross as an honorable mention in 6th place. And I'm leaving Jay-Z out because Jay-Z is Jay-Z, like, to me. Like,
no,
he's not
Sauce
the
Walker.
best. Sauce Walker at 7 to me.
Same.
And that's no disrespect to Sauce. Like,
nah, of course,
I fuck
absolutely
with
not.
Sauce.
I'll try to take out Ross and
Gotta go.
I know what I said
That's
earlier
it.
this week, but
That's it.
We're leaving out Kanye.
I have to keep Jeezy in. I got to keep Jeezy in.
I think everybody
I
got
know I
into that
said what I
list.
said.
Leaving
I got
out
my
Kanye,
list ready.
So who you taking off, Darnell? Or who the
I would have
the 2 you leaving off?
I would have to leave off respectfully, or the hard respectfully, to Sauce Walker, and then I would take off Rick Ross. No hesitation. No hesitation.
That's unanimous right there, baby.
Yeah, there is no. Yeah, I love you, Ross, but you got to go.
Right.
I won't miss you.
You just made it harder than we like.
I'm not
I ain't
missing
gonna
you.
lie though.
These real gangsters we leaving off this.
And just for the millennials, like my generation, like I'm gonna put Chief Keef in there as far as like influences. It was a time where Chief Keef and actually a few Chicago rappers. My 5 again. Well, you know what? My personal 5: Wayne, Drake, Chief Keef, Cole, and
you just said it.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. And then I'm gonna go. Me personally, I'm gonna go Gucci, bro. I got to.
That's an intricate list. I like that one.
Yeah,
respectful. Respect that.
What's your 5, D?
Lil Wayne, Drake, Nipsey, R.I.P. for sure. Kanye, and I feel like the people that really know me, Eminem.
Yeah.
Before we go to Eminem, I think, not to say that someone would think this of you, but I'ma just like address it before it's even addressed in the comments or somebody's brain, that your Nipsey top 5 is like a before the victory lap top 5, which I don't think a lot of people are.
No, they didn't listen to Nipsey.
Marathon
you know what I'm
continues.
saying? Yeah. So
what is it? Mailbox Money.
Boy.
Slauson Boy. Yeah, I'm talking about that nip.
Yeah.
Money making nip.
Talking about Keys to the City.
Got chills.
The first Keys to the City.
Yeah, let's not get too deep. Pause. Jeez, boy.
Yeah, that was a pause moment. I was like, wait a minute.
Got the Keys to the City. Boy, both of them, not just part 2. We're talking about Keys to the City.
I ain't gonna lie, the Keys to the City was hard. The first one was hard too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That part 2 was a nice little continuation. Yes, Lord. But yeah, I think everybody gonna have a respectable Lil Wayne and Drake. Gotta have Nip.
Yeah.
Ye, hey, as an artist, definitely gotta be there. And then, like I said,
too.
Eminem.
You ain't gotta say nothing about Ye, bro. Just say Ye. That's all good.
Gotta put him in there. Sorry,
Wayne,
hate
Drake,
him or love him.
Wayne, Drake, Ye, Keith, Cole, Kendrick, Honorable 6, and Gucci.
Oh, K. Dot and J. Cole are definitely my honorables, and that's a strong honorable.
Yeah. We didn't say we was doing honorable mentions.
Well,
man.
I would.
We did because he said 7 at first, so I just did
because he started off with this.
Okay, and I'm just following the model.
Nations, do you have a top 5 or honorables?
look. Y'all didn't cover them all. I ain't got nobody else.
Well, no, it's not.
You know what?
It's not that you have to have any new artists. I'm just like your personal.
No. I got y'all because I got an honorable mention that y'all did not mention. So I can't put them in an order for real because I can't say top, but mine was the first 3. I gotta go Drake, Cole, Wayne, Kanye, Kendrick. My honorable mentions were Eminem and Ludacris.
Love the Luda pick. I'm not mad at the Luda pick. Luda was really a model of consistency before I even really got into Lil Wayne like that. For real. Because when I heard Drought 3, the Drought 3, that changed my life.
Yeah.
That
matter,
literally
who
changed
you was
my
a
life.
fan of, you gravitated backwards to Lil Wayne.
Nah, it was just like, bro, what is
Because Lloyd
how
Banks,
is a human saying this
Lloyd
kind
Banks
of stuff? That's what I was thinking, bro, when I heard it. I was like, how do you think about I'm like, how do you come up with this?
And when you finish, my bad.
I'll just say pavement and flow. I just go, no huddle.
Dog, but the thing about it is you'll see videos and clips now of people reciting bars back to Lil Wayne, and he's like, I said that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, nigga don't even. I guess that's just a testament to the greatness. He really just be coming out the dome and just once it's done, he go on to the next song. Nigga do got a million songs.
Yeah, man. Great conversation. This has nothing to do with anything, but just feel it on my spirit. This is I'm honored to be doing this with y'all guys, bro. Sincerely.
Amen. I feel the same way.
Yeah, man.
And also, I'd like to apologize to Chris Bridges. That man is definitely got me through a lot of.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
And I
chicken and beer, man. Chicken and beer.
Just don't.
I feel like slapping.
Hey, I forget the name of the song, but it's on that same album. It's towards the end. It's
where he had a little skit with it. So long.
Growing pains, brothers. Growing pains.
Yeah.
We'll have Scarface on that bad boy. Shout out to his won't.
But I'm not who they say I am.
He said that we're gonna do one offering and then we're gonna do another one.
Bro, that album is
Lord, please fix.
That's the part of I try for the mistakes I made.
In the house of God, that thing don't even look real. Right. Oh, it's young Chris Bridges.
Right.
Why you to grow into the
music? Why you to grow to the music?
Nah, man. Nah, that song is classic,
that nigga
bro.
Did not grow into the music. The music growing him.
No, man. Shout out to Luda, man. 1000%. All right. So crossing over to the court, to the NBA, before we get to the greatness of LeBron James. We're going to talk about the deal. Kyrie Irving gets traded to the Dallas Mavericks from the Brooklyn Nets. In the trade, the Dallas Mavericks received Kyrie Irving and Markieff Morris. The Brooklyn Nets got Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and they got 3 draft picks. One 2027 second round pick and 2 2029 draft picks. One in the first round, that's unprotected, and the other is the second round pick. So we text some knee-jerk reactions in the group chat when this had happened. My first answer, I was just like, dang, like that just feels weird, like Kyrie going to Dallas. Obviously we gave you we heckled you a bit, Darnell, but for the sake of us not communicating via text, you said I like it, gives off LeBron and Kyrie vibes heavy. I know you have a very opposite way of looking at things compared to the rest of the world. So the floor is yours as to, do you still stand on that? Was it obviously it was a knee-jerk reaction? Do you still feel that way, but maybe not a Kyrie Irving and LeBron type situation? How do you feel as since time has passed about Kyrie Irving going to the Dallas Mavericks with Luka Doncic?
First and foremost, I want to give the respect to the honorable LeBron James. I don't mean it in a certain sense of greatness. I mean a certain sense of more strictly offensive delivery, like that firepower. Because on the defensive end, who is Luka? He is absent. You really don't hear much about it. He may get a steal or two, but he's nothing to worry about as far as a lockup. That you can count on with LeBron.
Real quick interjection. Luka is stated.
I'm familiar with your game.
Yeah. To be noted, LeBron's favorite player noted on record is Luka. But I just want to add that to your.
He's just being nice.
But no, absolutely though. Like it was more of like a, because I didn't think nothing of defense, and then when y'all said it, I think they being more dramatic of like the LeBron as a whole. I was thinking more as a offensive power, and also I think about it too. Like I think you may be able to see Luka give a little bit more on defense, because when you're the number one person to score, you're the primary source of scoring. You can't sacrifice. You can't put yourself in foul trouble. On a defensive end. Whether you're good or not, you don't have the opportunity to build on that. This may not be long term. Who knows? Most likely not. I definitely do feel the LA vibes are coming soon with Kyrie, but I think at this moment it gives a few opportunities. It gives a few opportunities to like give Luka just a little bit more chance to be more all around. Like I said, it's not worth risking when it's just that offensive talent is crazy, and he's getting triple doubles, breathing those in and out, getting 60, 20, and 10, and all these kind of numbers. So I like it from the perspective of Doncic being able to grow a little bit more. Kyrie has somebody he can depend on. I mean, I don't know, man. I like it. I mean, like I said, I see the difficulty in it too, but I like it. I mean, hell, he carried the team by himself to the Western Conference to the finals.
Yeah, we just thank you for
Kyrie
clearing
being
up
the
that
help.
LeBron
I'm just saying, like, okay, he's not LeBron.
I just need you to clear that up.
I've been said that. Like I
said,
said,
that in
like
text message, but when he just said that, I was like, he didn't say that in the text message. No, he didn't.
Yes, bro. Not to the level. Like I said, like I cleaned up earlier.
Where
not
are you
to the
going
level
with
of his
this?
overall greatness. Just more of like a. I know, right, Drewski? Just more of the offensive firepower.
No,
that's what I was saying.
But
that's
me,
all.
honestly, I ask myself, does this get them in the Western Conference Finals up against the Warriors over the Clippers and all of the other teams, right?
Well, they was in it a couple years ago.
Last year,
excuse me.
Who was in it who was in it last year? Western Conference
Dallas.
Dallas.
Who did they have?
Nobody.
Luka.
Luka Brasi, that's it.
Not even Christian Wood, just Luka.
Yeah, so we ain't going for the finals no more, baby. We trying to go all the way.
I don't know, man. I think with a healthy Kawhi and a healthy Paul George, they don't make it to the finals.
Cap.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
You saw what Luka did to them Clippers multiple years in a row. Not just one outlier year in 2020. He came back 2021, did it again.
And the thing about that, right? So, adding to that conversation is prior to having Kyrie, though he completely, it's to a degree disrespectful because we just had the conversations like, who did Luka have? It was just Luka. Like Jalen Brunson, like carried the toll last year with Luka being injured until he got back, where he needed to be. So I think Jalen Brunson is a respectful help for Luka last year in the playoffs. Yeah, but this season, prior to the Kyrie Irving move, I feel like the playoff strategy against the Dallas Mavericks potentially would have been, I want to say let Luka get his, but sometimes let Luka get his isn't just like Luka hitting you for 40. It may be 40, 10, and 10, and those 10 assists could generate, some, key baskets. But even if you say don't let Luka get his, or we're gonna focus all our energy on Luka and force somebody else to beat us, I mean, I still didn't think prior to Kyrie, and still don't think with Kyrie that they going to a championship or they gonna win a championship. Look great on paper, and not to cast any aspersions on Kyrie Irving, but as he goes from team to team to team, I feel like it just makes LeBron championship in Cleveland look that much sweeter, because it's just like nobody else can crack the code of like Kyrie Irving. But obviously Kyrie was a lot younger too, so I guess Kyrie
he's still as equally cold.
Well, no, I'm talking about in terms of like off the court and like what he gets himself involved in, like in maturity. I ain't talking about his game or nothing like that. Argue better.
But Mark Cuban is a player's owner, so that kind of helps too to a certain extent. That's what I'm looking at too. He can find a way to kind of keep him happy.
Kyrie, you want to get paid?
Kyrie.
You want your money?
That's what I'm saying. He can protect them, get paid.
Because I'm like,
if he really do care about his money,
if
he do care about his money like that, why not stay in Texas? No state tax. You can get to enjoy the full fruit of your labor.
If it didn't work out with KD, bro, I don't see it happening with Luka.
He got to go back. Yeah, he got to go back. He coming to LA in the off season, so he on his Kawhi tour right now. So enjoy it while it lasts, Mark Cuban. You gave up somebody who y'all really wanted to give up anyway, and Dorian Finney, and Dinwiddie. Y'all really wanted to move on from him, so y'all were just like, you know what? Hell, let's just try to parlay this for Kyrie. If it don't work, we wanted to get rid of those guys anyway.
Yeah, that boy's smart. I'm like, how you convince anybody to pick them two up for a Kyrie? But I guess you put draft picks in.
Well, it was said that the owner was adamant about not sending Kyrie where he wanted to go, one, and then two, another offer that was said to be on the table was Chris Paul and Jay Crowder for the Phoenix Suns. But I question how that would have worked with Kyrie, D-Book needing his shots, as well as DeAndre Ayton. And who's to say the relationship with I forget the Phoenix Suns head coach. Anybody got it? No. Who's to say that relationship would have been good? You know what I'm saying? So
Monty.
Monty
Monty
Williams. Yeah, you think about the Pelicans.
Monty Cristo sandwich.
Oh yeah. Quick question. How do we feel about Luka's props in this short 2 to 3 spurt break? Does he take a back seat to make sure Kyrie gets his feet wet and gets comfortable, or does like Luka continue?
Absolutely.
You got to
30 points, averaging 30
because they both need the ball. They have extremely high usage rates, so it's like obviously Kyrie has shown that he can play off a player like that, who's a dominant scorer like LeBron, but who's also willing to be pass first, right? I don't know if Luka is pass first, even though he can make players great. I don't know if he's looking to pass first. I think he's more so probably looking to get his, but he knows he's a really good facilitator and can facilitate the offense. So I think that's just a natural gift to him. But think
Because
naturally
they're
he's
gonna
looking
double
to
him.
get
They're gonna
out
double
just
down
like
on him.
Kyrie.
Has
know
he
the
ever
double
played
team
with a
coming.
dog?
No.
Has Luka ever played with a dog? That's the
No.
thing that makes me excited or even get that potential. Is like, yeah, Brunson's nice. I respect, but is he a dog? No, Kyrie's a dog.
You mean like
And
a dog?
they champion.
Exactly. So I'm just looking at like, and Luka's, come on, man. Like, he's giving these averaging 9 assists a year and all this stuff with non-dog people. Like, he wants to give the ball away. He doesn't mind. Like, he's carrying this with a smile on his face. Half the wins. Like, so he's saying like, oh, somebody else can play with me? Okay, bet. Spencer Dinwiddie, you're inconsistent. You're not Kyrie, bro, at the end of the day. Like, you're a good player. You're nice, but you're not him. I felt like I thought he tried to do that with Spencer Dinwiddie and he couldn't fill up to the plate. Kyrie, it's a whole different ball game. I think they're gonna be literally having laughing moments together. I feel like. I like this, man. I like it.
I want
Like
to
I said,
call
I do fall back on the whole
what was
LeBron
wrong
comment,
with the
but yeah.
dynasty in Cleveland? Y'all could have did a whole dynasty in Cleveland, bruh. What happened? Talk to me.
So what happened? Something must have happened.
But this also will be a good challenge. This will be a good challenge to Luka to see if he can deal with an ego. KD can't deal with an ego. Can he deal with an ego?
That's why
not every player can.
It's gonna happen. I don't know.
I think he can.
Because who's really better offensively, Kyrie or Luka? Can you say who for real?
No.
I see a respectable challenge in some games. You go for 40 today, I go for 40 today.
I think obviously any team who plays them is gonna be in for a long night because most teams only got one premier solid, and that's a stretch to say every team got one solid perimeter defender, which isn't the case truly. But like, you're gonna have to pick your poison, like, you know what I'm saying? And I mentioned this too in the group chat. J Kidd, Hall of Fame point guard, ultimate floor general. You know what I'm saying? So will it, when Isaac says, both of these are two high usage players, when I think about how Luka plays and how the Dallas Mavericks have been playing, because Luka's like the only one who could generate an offense and they have to play through him, point being because of his greatness. Then you think about a Kyrie Irving, are we going to be able to see a fluid, cohesive offense that, everybody, I don't want to say everybody can touch it, but there's a flow and there's a rhythm and there's a cadence that they could catch, in the second half of the season? Or is this going to be your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn basketball? And so I think that's also going to be a big telltale sign to see, like, what is this offense going to look like? Are they going to catch a rhythm to, climb up in the Western Conference, or are they going to dramatically fall trying to, like, catch a rhythm and play off one another, so to speak?
You just said something that's going to now make me root for them. And it was very simple. By you saying Jason Kidd, I forgot that he was their coach. So what had happened was they shipped Steve Nash out, brought Jason Kidd in, and Dirk won a championship. And so now I'm looking at it again. I'm like, that actually makes sense now. Now that you think about
with
it,
Jason
like,
Terry in the backcourt.
I can see Jason Kidd talking to Mark Cuban like, you brought me in for Dirk?
I had Jason Terry with me. We was two elite. Well, not elite. I'm not doing
all y'all
Terry
needed
that
was
much credit.
Kyrie ain't no
Finley
Steve
over here
Nash.
and a Jason Terry
Kyrie
over
is more
here.
Steve Nash than he is Jason Kidd, though, as a
player.
player.
But Luka is way more offensively powered than Dirk was. So we'll see.
It's true. We'll see.
We shall see.
He is, bro. I know you thinking about it and you like,
don't think about it.
No. Here's the thing, right? Okay, so just go down this rabbit.
I just hoped you was looking at the game.
No.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Sean Hart.
All right, go down this rabbit hole with me just briefly, right? So you said Luka is far more offensively powered than Dirk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about far more, but
that's what he said. Hold on, wait. Hold on. All right, Sedacious. Could you elaborate on that a little bit more?
He's just better.
Okay. I've never seen
strictly offense. Go ahead.
So Dirk Nowitzki has averaged more than 10 assists consecutively in games, is what you're saying. Dirk Nowitzki has done that.
No.
Point proven. Case closed.
Okay. So
he's a more well-rounded.
You're saying he's a better all around, right? But to that though, they're in two completely different positions. Luka is a distributor and the point guard. Dirk has always had a point guard and hasn't needed to distribute. So when you said offensively, my mind didn't necessarily go to passing, though that's a part of the offense, creating for your teammates. My mind went to like scoring ability. That's where my mind went. So that's
and
what
he still can hold his own against Dirk when it comes to scoring.
What do you mean
by hold his own? He didn't go overboard. He said hold his own.
I'm just trying to ask, what do you mean by hold your own? That's all I'm asking. I'm not.
So I think Luka can easily go for 30 in a week, 6 out of the 7 days, before Dirk can go for a week 30, not 25. I'm talking about Luka can go 30 going into 40, 6 out of those 7 days. Dirk will probably edge off right at 33, 35.
I'm not gonna argue that under the parameters that it's Luka's show as soon as the ball crosses half court, whereas Dirk has to get that ball like to him, which there are causes for denial.
And it sounds like you're making my point for me, and I appreciate it.
You know, I'm not. I was just trying to like peel off the layers and make sure we get to the bottom of like fully what you were saying. I wasn't trying to like contest it.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, Luka can create his own ish. Dirk not a guy got to go. Hey, pass me the ball. I'm here.
Yeah.
Luka can bring the ball down the floor. If he wants to go straight to that block, he can go straight to that block.
However, and it's probably going to happen, barring injury. Dirk is an MVP. You know what I'm saying? Dirk is an MVP, and he's a Finals MVP. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, Dirk got the hardware to be like, hold on, Luka.
Let's go.
Hold on, Luka. I mean, you may get your statue, but you going, you know.
He got 6 more points to go?
He talking about Westbrook.
Looking good.
Oh, you scared me.
Nah. I took SGA over 9.5 free throws. Tell me why this nigga he's 7 or 8 in the first quarter.
It was probably an honor. It was the Lego
looking free.
It was the Lego shoes he came in with tonight.
And then Russ hit 2 threes in the first. So
it's gotta happen. Russ 2 threes has gotta happen.
And then I took Giddey over 6 assists. He got 4 in the first quarter. It's looking good today.
It's looking marvelous.
The players know what's about to happen today, so therefore they don't want to be at the worst part of history. Like, yeah, LeBron gonna get his stuff, but let's make sure that stat line is we nice too. I'm just saying.
Man.
Yeah, man. So right now, as we speak about this, the Lakers are going up against Oklahoma City Thunder in Los Angeles. LeBron is 28 points away from becoming the all-time scoring leader in the NBA, surpassing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is at 38,387 points. He amassed that in 20 seasons. LeBron is in his 2020 season as well at 38,352 plus and counting. I forgot. I seen the stat and I forgot it, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in his 20 seasons. Well, I'll just say this: LeBron is going to break the record in far less amount of games than it took Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to reach his 38,387 points. So there's
Brian got 8 points, by the way.
Right. There's an barrage of like stats surrounding LeBron and his career. And I don't even know like what's worthwhile of saying to talk about his greatness, but can and will talk about this in terms of JJ Redick did a beautiful debuckling or disassembling the narratives around LeBron isn't clutch or he isn't that great of a scorer. And sometimes, right, when we talk about like being a great scorer, right, there's something that looks sexy about like your signature move. Remember when NBA 2K came out with the signature move, like the signature shot? I don't know if they still have it, but when they had this sedacious rose. But I remember when 2K came out with the signature shot and you get the Kobe fadeaway. Remember Melo had his or whatever the case may be, right? And when you think about LeBron's signature shot, all right, started off the year where, to a degree, you could kind of contain him by playing the paint because LeBron wasn't that great of a shooter, a knockdown shooter. But people forget when the game was on the line against the Pistons, bro. LeBron James hit some of the most knockdown jumpers I have ever seen where they were like sold on you are not driving or the clock is running down, step back 3, step back long 2, turn around, fade away. And it's just like.
And people say he's not a great scorer. Like, Bron got, and really, I've been waiting to say this, bro. Bron really got one of the best mid-range games ever. And I don't think it's like, oh, how dare you say that? I'm not saying the best, but me personally, best mid-range game all time. Think this is a consensus. Kobe being Bryant. Think that goes without saying. Okay, cool.
So
honorable mentions. Kevin Durant. A couple other people they escaping my mind right now, but that's not important. The point is LeBron James, well-rounded scorer, and I think JJ Redick had a great analogy on his podcast, The Old Man in the Three. It wasn't even an analogy; it was really a rundown analysis for about a minute and a half of all these stats that would literally prove LeBron has the most clutch points all time in NBA history. Games with a minute left, literally most points ever. Most playoff buzzer beaters in the playoffs in NBA history.
So let me run down that for the specifics, Izzo. So to start with your great mid-range game, right? LeBron James has a better career shooting percentage from 2 than Kevin Durant and Michael Jordan. So there's a stat for that. He's 9th all-time in threes. We talked about his greatness and him being a pass first guy, which makes him being getting ready to be the scoring champion that much of a great accomplishment, considering he's more so been a pass first guy, which he's been criticized for in his
career
past.
could never.
He's 4th all time in assists. LeBron James is. And you talk about the clutch gene for LeBron, right? LeBron James has the most clutch time points ever with 2,600 plus. I don't remember the number specifically, but he has 2,600 plus clutch points in his career, and the person behind him is Kobe Bryant. They're the only 2 in NBA history with over 2,000 clutch points. But LeBron has 2,600 plus, and Kobe has 200 plus. Right? Forgive me. LeBron has 2,600 plus clutch points, and Kobe amassed over 2,000 plus clutch points in his career. Right? He has the second most game time or game-winning shots inside of the final minute of the 4th quarter or overtime. Who is number 1? Kobe being Bryant. Kobe has 88 game tying or game-winning shots inside of the final minute of the 4th quarter or overtime. Kobe has 88 and LeBron has 81. Not that far behind Kobe. Then you talk about continuing to talk about the clutch gene of LeBron, as he is 26 points away from the record. Currently, LeBron James has 5 game-winning buzzer beaters in the playoffs. That is the most ever in NBA history. Again, LeBron James has 5 game-winning buzzer beaters in the playoffs, and that is the most in NBA history. Furthermore,
who's next?
Probably, I'm gonna say Kobe, but I didn't get who was right
Okay.
behind him. But that's an assumption. I don't know if it's Kobe or not. That's an
Oh,
assumption.
okay.
Fact check it on your own, people. They, still talking about how great of a scorer he is, right? He has the 5th highest career all-time scoring average in the NBA.
That's nuts.
That's
But
nuts.
yet,
Jordan.
nobody want to say he a great scorer. That's crazy to me, bro. You know, and I'm gonna let you finish that. But the theme of this, bro, these old dudes that done played with LeBron, bro, kill me with the hating on Bron after they playing, bro. When really, if you hype them up, it would actually make you seem better. But they try to diminish that man so much. I'm like, bro, especially Paul Pierce and himself, bro, he used to bust y'all ass faithfully. Like, but it's just
That's
crazy.
why they mad.
Tayshaun Prince had a running interview saying like how it was just like it was different guarding Kobe and LeBron. Even though LeBron, was like you got to fight through 100 pick and rolls. I'm like, bro. And then somebody on Twitter like made a whole thread of LeBron James killing Tayshaun Prince one-on-one at ISO, like just going to work.
Right.
I don't need no pick and
1,000
roll.
pick and rolls.
What you mean, fool? Like he giving you that word without the pick or not. Like,
bro, we
what
only
that
know
mean?
Tayshaun Prince because he blocked Reggie Miller's shot. That's it. That's the only reason we know him.
And he was a lefty, bro. Come on, man. They won that championship, bro. They got it. He was a 6th man of the year before too, right? I believe. Tayshaun.
They won that because Rasheed Wallace came down there.
I like that Pistons championship, even though they robbed one from Kobe.
Yeah,
I do too. Mad about that.
They were supposed to win that year. Derek Fisher hit the .4. They were supposed to win that year.
I'm not going to read all of it, but if you would like to, there's a really nice article on CBS Sports, which just kind of goes through numerical order milestones that LeBron James has accomplished throughout his career. So the number of scoring titles LeBron has won is just one. He averaged 30 points a game in the 2007-2008 season. What else is there? LeBron James is the only player in history to hold the highest per game scoring average for 3 different franchises: the Cavaliers, the Heat, and the Lakers. LeBron James has scored at least 10 points in 1,139 straight games, by far the longest streak in history. Second behind him is Michael Jordan with 866 games. And LeBron James has amassed, and he hasn't been with them like as long as he's been with the other teams, but LeBron has amassed 19% of his career point total with the Lakers. That's a lot of scoring in like the amount of time, the short amount of time. Yeah. Right.
Bro, that's almost a 5th of his career.
Bro, like, and he didn't just racked all that up.
He been there since what, 2018, 2019?
Yeah, LeBron's career points per game versus the Pistons, who we just recently got through talking about. LeBron averaged 24 points per game against the Detroit Pistons, which is his lowest. His lowest points per game against any. Well, his lowest points per game against the Detroit Pistons is 24 points, and that is the lowest amount of points per game against any team in the NBA he's won against. So he's averaging 24 or more against any team he's played against.
Bron got 14 points, by the way.
22
What's
points.
The quarter?
Right?
Second quarter, top of it. Yeah, he going for it. Niggas had 23 by halftime with 20.
I'm just saying, y'all niggas got about another quarter and a half.
Nah, everybody was talking about some LeBron under gonna be free as air tonight. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't take that.
Don't kill it.
Showed up. I'm like, this nigga showed up.
Oh, black! I'm about to kill it. LeBron has 530 career 30-point games, which is the second most in the NBA, behind Michael Jordan's 562. LeBron's highest single season scoring average was in 2005, where he averaged 31 points per game with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Interesting fun fact: the only season where LeBron didn't score 40 points in a game was in the 2015-16 season. All right, now I know y'all gonna talk. Noise to me, but this is a great achievement, right? LeBron James has 14 career. I really want Darnell here for this, considering he likes to take superstars under. But I'll just repeat it if you come back. LeBron James has 14 career 50-point games. That is the same amount as Damian Lillard and Rick Barry. LeBron James is also the only player with multiple 50-point games after turning 35. There you go. James is a 50% shooter in the reg. James is I don't know how to read that appropriately.
All right. You said it right. James is.
Yeah, man.
LeBron is good at basketball.
Well, yeah, Darnell.
LeBron is good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but now again, man, this article is on and people probably have seen this one before also too, but LeBron is the youngest player in history to reach every 1,000-point milestone. Yeah, man. The list goes on and on. Again, a great article to look up LeBron's statistical achievements throughout his career on CBSSports.com.
That's that guy.
He is currently
we get something documented before he retires.
Yeah, man. He is 19. He has 17 points currently in the second quarter, and he is 19 points away from breaking the record again. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has the record currently as we speak at 38,387, and LeBron James is just 19 points away from shattering that record. And I also wanted to give the people this real quick, and we'll transition to the Super Bowl.
Bro, it's gonna be hard to catch this record. My boy still got like not that.
You have to be that record isn't even about being in the league 20 years. That record is mostly about always being in the NBA Finals, always making deep runs in the playoffs, always like carrying your. You know what I'm saying?
He been had the all-time NBA record for most playoff points, but as far as like
we're talking about all around right now, right?
Just all most points in NBA. But no, I see what you're saying. The playoffs definitely played a huge part in it being in it 9 straight.
Oh yeah, because there's
going
no
that
way.
deep 9 straight years.
Chris Paul, you out of there. You ain't been enough times.
Yeah, you haven't had long enough seasons to put together that many points.
Yeah. And assists, bro. I'm interested to see where he falls with assist records when it's all said and done.
I know he won't catch Stockton. His Stockton record is just too much, but it'd be interesting to see.
I wonder if he touches Magic
eventually get to 3.
Like
nah, he passed Magic in assists. Only people he behind now is John Stockton, Chris Paul, and
maybe J Kidd.
I think Jason Kidd.
I was thinking about Jason Kidd too.
All right, so Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has played in a total of 1,500. No, that's not right. Hold on. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has played in 1,560 games. So 1,560 games. That's how long it took Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to amass the points that he's had. Whereas, take that 1,560. LeBron James is about to eclipse it with 1,409 games played. So that's a big difference, man.
That's like 100 less, 150 less.
Yeah, man. So
approximately 2 seasons.
Yeah, absolute greatness. And I've said this before on the podcast, bro. LeBron will never be truly appreciated until he retires. And furthermore, he will not be being appreciated when we can't see him on the court won't be enough. I know the production company uninterrupted and all of that. Kind of how everybody gathered around for Michael Jordan's The Last Dance. The behind the scenes work and sacrifice and discipline that LeBron James has put into his career, to his body, to maintain the level of greatness that he has his entire career. I think that's gonna be. I pray that LeBron James graces us to allow us to peek behind the curtain of like what it took for him to be so great for so long. Once he's retired, please give us that, LeBron, please, to inspire a nation, bro. But yeah, man, triple salute to you, LeBron, and all your greatness as you are 16 points away from becoming the NBA's all-time leading scorer.
And we love it. In a Laker jersey.
Right, in the Laker jersey. So going over to the Super Bowl. Interesting Super Bowl stat, right? But don't know if y'all seen this. The Chiefs this year are 16-3 overall. They scored 546 points. They have 6 All-Pros on their team, and they have the number 1 seed. I said all that to say the Eagles have the same exact record, the same amount of points scored, and the same amount of Pro Bowlers, all pros on their team, and they also have the number 1 seed. And yes, they each have a Kelsey brother on their team as well.
Kelsey Bowl.
Here is I seen this placed up on who has the advantage at each position. Tell me whether or not y'all agree with this. Who do y'all believe has the advantage at the quarterback position?
The Chiefs.
National consensus. All right.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Who do y'all think has the advantage at the running back position?
Eagles.
The Eagles.
I don't know.
Eagles.
I think Pacheco has had I think in a vacuum, I think he's a better running back than Miles Sanders. Because I think we're seeing peak Miles Sanders right now behind a great 1A, 1B O-line in the Eagles. So
I think that's why I think the scheme that they use Miles Sanders for Pacheco is irrelevant for the scheme that
they use a carousel of backs. They don't only hit you with Sanders, they hit you with Gainwell, they hit you with Sky.
Right. But typically it's 2-6, 2-3, 2-4, whatever his name is. Whatever his number is. Typically it's him.
Yeah, Sanders will start drives, but again, he's not the third down back, and he's not the consistent guy you give 20 carries to. Pacheco, when Clyde Edwards-Helaire went down, I think the Chiefs really found a gem. He's been averaging like 15 plus carries a game.
All right, so a better question is, who's better to you, Pacheco or the carousel?
I mean, that's
because you got McKinnon,
fair.
But I think they use McKinnon more so for receivers.
Yeah, so I mean, I like I said, in a vacuum, I think Pacheco is better than Sanders, and I'm just specifically speaking on Sanders.
So I gotta go make a quick move real quick. So I'll leave you out with this and I'll come back. The next question was going to be who has the advantage at the wide receiver position, but I'll mix it up and I would say who has the advantage just at the receiver position as a whole, combining Kelsey and obviously AJ Brown, meshing that wide receiver tight end.
Eagles. Not even close.
Yeah, the Eagles hands down. It's not close at all.
Yeah, I'd say the Eagles. Kelsey's powerful.
The only receiver
he can't pass. He can, and I mean, Patrick is making those players as good as they are to a certain extent. So yeah, he's keeping them relevant, keeping them Juju, keeping them.
And that's why I thought Juju was gonna be it for him, but he just middle of the pack.
Yep, that damn Scantley, all of them, like just McKinley. They're all just McKinnon, or whatever. They all just you know, when they have a great game, it's because of Patrick Mahomes. There is no,
You know what?
because I'm great.
Old buddy Hannah been stepping up. I don't know his first name, but I see Patrick Mahomes throw him the ball a few times too.
No,
but still,
that's
they have nothing up against the Eagles as far as receiving core.
That receiving core has a Tom Brady effect, which is you play with Patrick Mahomes. Like I'm sorry, like if you was good, that's cute, but you're not going to be effective because of your greatness. You're going to be effective because of how Patrick Mahomes utilizes you, and that's one thing I noticed from every fantasy things that we have encountered from every LeBron situation. I've noticed not LeBron from every Mahomes situation. I've noticed LeBron. No, but for every Mahomes situation, I've noticed that
LeBron.
that
he's you.
Yeah, man, he don't utilize one receiver. Like I think he proved the point last game, just to like embarrass Eli Apple, but that was about it. Like he ain't really just gonna pick on any other receiver other than Kelsey just to do it, just because they're that great. You know.
Yeah. Defense, I think Eagles hands down. I'm sorry, I like Chris Jones too.
Chris Jones ain't the defense.
Yeah, I think.
But I think the overall difference maker is at the quarterback position, and that's no disrespect or slight to Jalen Hurts. But when you got that guy back there,
but what you guys just said though,
PM15, man, night.
But the fact that
no buts,
the run game is utilized very well with Jalen Hurts, and the fact that they have a better receiving core, I feel like it gives it an even playing field. It doesn't make it a,
I never said it was going to walk in the park, but what I did say is PM15. Put some money on it then.
I'm not doing all that to go to the game for all that now.
I'm trying not to go either way, man, because for real, honestly, if either one of them win, I would I'm good.
It's a celebration.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I ain't gonna lie. I do want the trophy to come back to the NFC East. I know it can't come through the Cowboys, but hey, I'm over that. But that's not to say I'm gonna root against Patrick Mahomes, bro. I'm sorry. It's up in the air for me, for real. At this point, I'm just looking to go see a good game in commercials.
Nah, I feel it.
I'm gonna go. Isaac ain't trying to have nothing.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna ride with Patty, bro. I just believe in his greatness, and I think, and I'm also riding on that experience. I know the Eagles got a couple guys who was with that past Super Bowl team. But I mean, with Jalen Hurts at the helm and him not having that Super Bowl experience, and it's not just like in-game stuff. It is just in-game. It is in-game stuff along with all the media hoopla that comes along with that. I know, it's football. We playing football. I always think about when you talk about the way the Patriots prepare for the Super Bowl and they take that long hiatus of a break in the middle of practice to simulate halftime. I think so like little stuff like that, and just the Eagles, Patrick Mahomes being on the vengeance, considering how it ended for them last time they was there. What you got, Deja?
I want to say this because I've said this on the previous podcast, and this will kind of piggyback off that. I do look at the Chiefs as if they are the Warriors of the NFL. So
I like how you said. I use that because Patrick Mahomes is like Steph Curry.
And for me, Travis Kelce would be the Klay Thompson, and Chris Jones would be the Draymond Green. And so that's another way to spin it, because they look like they're the juggernaut of the NFL, and they're just doing.
I guess Tyreek Hill was KD.
He was. He gone.
But now we got to show drafted, that so he wasn't really. But he wasn't really. I don't like that analogy. Well, at least when you try to stretch
equal. Still drafted, but he could be your equal dollar.
No, because he's better than an Eagle. I mean, Eagle Dollar won Finals MVP, but I mean, come on, Tyreek Hill in the back.
I'm just talking about the powerhouse of a team.
I'm gonna rock out with Patrick Mahomes, man. Definitely expecting to see a great Super Bowl matchup though. Beautiful people, this is what you call a great episode, man. As always, we do not take y'all for granted for taking the time out to listen to us, to watch us. Make sure you know you can follow us on, you can listen or watch us on all streaming platforms for podcasts, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, anywhere, literally anywhere you go to listen to podcasts. You can find us at Respect the Game. Love you, beautiful people. We will see you next week.